Hi guys. So we're going to start the first vlog off like this, and probably the next two as well, because I've been so busy for the last 3 races trying to get the cars working, that I just really haven't had any time to film at the track. I have been able to film a little bit for round 3, but not a load. But basically, first race of the season, Festival of Power. Both cars are going to be running slow for this vlog, because we had a borrowed engine in Luke's car, which was having a lot of issues where it was running slower than an 1190 car. That wasn't great until we figured out what it was in the last qualifying session, which you'll see in a bit, and I'll explain just before. With Luke's car, with my car, we just installed the engine, which had been completely revamped by JKE Raceworks. So I was hoping to run really fast that weekend, but it turns out there was a few niggling issues that were my fault in the end, that took probably 2 races to figure out. So in this particular race, I'm running on 3 cylinders, and I can't really figure out why at the time. We started off the weekend where the engine wasn't even starting at all, and it turned out there was 2 little wires that were disconnected that had no electrical connection with them. And when we figured it out with the wiring diagram, we then just put them together and it fired up. But then it was on 3 cylinders. So there was 35 cars entered in Pro ET this weekend, and then I had to try and qualify into the 32 car field with a car that was running 12s. so yeah, that was really hard to do. So let's get started.
Right, don't have to do that anymore. Just
get on, just go.
Go at the brakes, yeah. Because obviously with different, if the bike or something came off the ground and you had too much brake pressure, it would stop the wheel.
And then when you land,
you're
in trouble.
It's really good. So that shutdown area meeting everybody's approval.
Another quick very good morning. Lovely to hear from you. Dick Costa and the family out there in the Netherlands. Morning, Dick. Nice to hear you are tuned in. We'd rather you up here with us, but hopefully that will happen next month. Hopefully loads of people will be up here with us next month.
Yes. Busy month.
I think May just sends it off the chart, doesn't it, really?
It really
Nothing
does.
like kicking it off in style, eh? So, Junior Dragster, qualifying based on reaction times. Those are the numbers you see come up at the top of the board. They run to the 8th mile, which is half track, those 2 little blocks halfway down the track. And if my children are watching, these are stunt drivers, they are not real kids.
young Luke Mugridge going alongside Neve Deevy with the problem child. So Luke didn't get a number on the board in the first qualifying session, so this will be his first proper run. Neve Deevy continuing the tradition of junior dragster in the Deevy family. Unfortunately, Neve's car crept forward and left before the tree activated. But Luke Mugridge with a 109 does get onto the front page. So well done to Luke. Yep, slots in at number 14, and Neve just gets pushed back one spot to 22.
Last car for Pro ET before we move into Junior Dragster.
Actually moves up from 33 to 30 with that one. So who's he just bumped out?
Yeah, I think it might be more apt to be called it Problem Dad, but there we go. So Luke Mugridge and the number one qualifier at the moment, Katie Ellis. That was good for Luke, and he takes the number one spot away from Katie. Katie was 0-2 red, but when he trips the light, Luke Mugridge will move and shuffle up to the number one spot. Well done, sir. Bumps the lady in the other lane down to number 2. 006 light for Luke Mugridge. Outstanding. Number 6 qualifier, Mark. Well done, mate. Up next we have, is she still number 1? I don't think she's actually.
Purdy number 3 now, I think.
No, 5.
5, whoa.
Still number 1 is Luke Mugridge on the other side of the racetrack. Purdy went 017.
So Luke went 006, number 1 qualifier. 007, number 2 qualifier, Katie Ellis. Purdy, number 5 at the moment with an 017. That is their reaction time to the green, and it's an 08 for Purdy this time, 07 for Luke. Good lights, but not as good as they'd already done.
They're now looking at the elapsed time, see if they've got a nice consistent car, which it certainly looks like they have. Behind him, he wants to put himself a lot safer than the number 32 spot as Dave Cherritt. Dials a 10 flat this time. Lee's still down at number 19 though. Goes 961 and 1014 for Dave. Wow. So, wow. Dave Cherritt at the top end is on the bump.
And he's 1400s off.
The car on the start line, Nick Mugridge, is number 34. If Nick Mugridge can go within a tenth of 11.98, which is on the board in the Auto Glen, he'll be racing tomorrow. And unbelievably, Dave Cherritt won't. Will Clark here in the Kestrel lane, he's nice and safe.
Cracking light for Nick, 006. It's all about the ET.
Will goes 993 and 1198. Nick Mugridge goes into number 5 and he will bump out Dave Cherritt.
I don't know if Matt Seamarks can hear or see or anything.
I think he can.
He's number 5.
I think there's two stories there. One, he's number 5, but most amazingly, Dave Cherritt is a DNQ in Pro ET. That's mental.
Okay. Lay out the box now. Yeah. Ready, Luke? Yeah.
We taken on Nick Mugridge. So we got
Thompson.
one. Yeah, we've got one Nostalgia Superstocker just gone through. Are we going to get the other one?
running right. Stu Thompson's actually already gone past him. So either Stu Thompson's on a flyer or Nick Mugridge isn't. Yeah, Stu Thompson backs off and does the right thing. Unfortunately, that pedal off the start line for Nick Mugridge. He was off the line first.
Yeah. 2 pairs to go. Daniel Weir and Luke Mugridge. No, apologies, 3 pairs. I missed one out. Luke Mugridge was your number 2 qualifier with the Dinosaur Dragster in the Auto Glim lane. Looking for a 790. Daniel Weir, he's in the Kestrel Beer lane with the Flow X Injectors Dragster 792. It's only 200ths of a difference. Mugridge goes 009 red. So the win goes to Daniel Weir.
I have to say, Colin, Luke's paint job is probably one of my favourites that I've seen, particularly in the junior series with the Jurassic Park theme.
Yeah,
it's very well done.
It's very cool.